Orale. Orale pues. Hello, guys. Hello. I'm so sorry. I'm a few minutes late. I got caught up doing makeup with my people on my Facebook business page. I try and go live on there, try and go live on there every morning. And I do that when I go live on Facebook. I'm really just getting ready for the day, sharing my thoughts, and doing some makeup. So right now, I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers, also for people who find themselves on this reading. No Pisces in their chart, no Pisces to deal with, but you're hella resonating. So just keep watching. Hello, Miss Melissa. Hello, hello. All right, here goes. Start pulling cards. Oh, Pisces, 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 Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, it's looking like, so I totally forgot what the title of this video is because I got caught up doing makeup, like I said. And I was just reminded you manifested this. Now you don't know what you want. What exactly you manifested, I'm not too sure, but it seems very intense. It seems like it's being pulled to you. Seems like it's something that is, I don't know. I don't want to use the word, but I'm going to use the word inevitable. Ooh, indubitably. Inevitable. This is inevitable. Whatever this is, you called this to you a while back. A while back. And now it's coming. It's coming. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? That's the scenario. So, yeah. Here we go, yo. It's making me nervous now. Honestly, it's making me nervous. I don't know what it is. Don't get on my ass about I don't want so and so. I didn't call nobody to you. I'm just saying. I didn't call nobody to you. I'm over here minding my own business, pulling cards. But something's coming. Something is coming. I don't know what that something is. We're about to find out. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay. I just want to let you guys know, seeing the way these cards are being pulled, I'm claiming Capricorn today. I am claiming Capricorn today. You can claim whatever you want. Sir. See, now my hair is coming out. Sir, am claiming Capricorn. Okay. I'm not a part of this. I'm not a part of this. I'm almost done pulling cards. Keeping y'all in suspense. Right, Capricorn and Capricorn. Okay. Right, Carmen. Hopefully it's something good. Something's coming towards you guys. It's a very intense something. It is a necessary component of your growth. Necessary component of your growth. Okay. Here we go. Woo! We avoided it. Here we go. Put this one back. Grab this and this. We're almost ready. So breathe really deep and really slow. Like just take a really deep inhale and exhale. I just really feel like I really feel like something major, energetically speaking, is happening. Something major is happening right now, like energetically speaking. Ooh. So these two cards popped out on their own, 54 and 52. Know your worth, and magic works through you. In order for this magic to work through you, you have to know your worth. Okay. Part of your worth is knowing which messages are for you, regardless of your level of fear and discomfort with that message, and which messages are not for you. Okay. So, and like I said, it's not my place to tell you which messages are for you and which aren't, but the ignoring of the messages that are for you is it's gonna definitely block your magic from coming back to you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. So, really quick, this is going to keep bothering me. So, I have to fix that really quick. What needs to happen right now is you really have to open yourself to being honest with yourself. Okay? Just be honest with yourself, be honest with what you know is for you, whether it be the messages or whatever it is, know what's for you and know what's not. Because it feels like for some of us, this reading is going to be very difficult because it's going to be hard for you to admit that it is yours. It is your message. I know when it's my message and when it's not, okay? Card number 29, shine. Just allow yourself to shine. Allow yourself to receive your light, to receive your truth, to receive whatever it is your soul is trying to give back to you. This is something that was originally yours. It's always been yours. It always will be yours. And your refusal to receive it is the very thing that's blocking your path. Because in order for you to not receive this, whether it be I don't know, a circumstance, an individual, whatever it is, in order for you to block the pathway to receive it, you have to block the pathway to receive it. You have to create blockages within yourself to stop this organic process from happening. And so that's what's going on. You are creating blockages for yourself. And I think your higher self is kind of tired of that. Okay. And when I say kind of, I mean very tired of it. Let me just drink some coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Card number 35, vertigo. Whatever you choose will be correct. So many of us are getting very, very dizzy, giving ourselves vertigo by trying to avoid things, trying to try and just to avoid, like go in different ways. You're making yourself dizzy. Whatever you choose is going to be right. And you're not going to stop the shine from returning. That reminds me of the movie The Shining. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. That's a scary comparison. I'm just saying it reminds me of The Shining. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Card number 10, the wheel. Delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. So the delays are over. There's going to be a lot of things placed on your path. It's going to be speeding down towards you. I don't know what those things are. If you need me to tell you that those things are going to be a specific person, a specific place, a specific something, I can't. I can't tell you what it is. Only you know what it is. Only you know what this is about. And whatever it is, it's coming to you quickly. It's coming to you quickly, and you have to be okay with that. I want to make this very, very clear. I'm not talking about romance. Romance is not being shoved down your throat. Be a fucking bulimic if need be, and vomit that back up if you don't want it. Okay? What you are being told is something is coming to you to help you with your growth. And whether that be something that's going to initiate a cycle of growth through challenge, through negativity, through causing like a lot of turmoil, upheaval, then so be it. It doesn't have to be that way if you don't choose that. It doesn't have to be that way if you don't choose that. For example, Michael's telling me to give you guys an example. If I had gotten my missing filling fixed when I was supposed to, like a couple of years back, my tooth wouldn't have broke. I wouldn't have been fucking put out yesterday. I wouldn't have had to be completely knocked out and like all this shit done. Instead of just fixing one thing, I ended up having to fix like 3 or 4 different things. That was something I chose. I can sit here and be like, "Oh, it's because I was born with bad teeth and this and that and blah, 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 blah." Yes, part of my body structuring functioning did not allow for the proper mineral deposits in my teeth to make them as hard as they should be. But it was still my choice to make this experience even more difficult for myself. That avoidance factor amplified the amount of correction needed. Ooh, that's deep. Can I just say I love it when you guys are hit profoundly with something that I've said and you like quote me and send it to me because I don't remember any of these things and I'm like, "Oh, that's deep." and then I forget about it. So the amount of avoidance is what will determine the level of correction, the intensity of that correction when you're finally forced to correct it. Okay. Card number 30, the perfection of your life. What this card is about is letting you know you can put on that good show on the outside as much as you want. You can pretend your life is so perfect and you're so happy and all of this like amazing, amazing stuff when deep inside you there's a storm brewing. Hmm. You're struggling through so much very silently. You don't want anyone to know. And it's not because you're stoic. It's not because you have this strength and you just can't help but like be strong for other people. It's a fear. It's a fear. Let me just be honest with you. It's your fear because you already feel as though you're not enough. You already feel as though you can't handle the events of your life. That now you're worried that if other people see you struggle, if other people see that you might not have things handled the way you're trying to show you have it handled, that it's an opportunity for them to come and destroy you. Well, the fact is, they couldn't destroy you before, they're not going to destroy you now. Things and people have been trying to destroy you your whole life, and every single time they have failed. Every single attempt to destroy you, to bring you to your knees, has done nothing but strengthen you. So, what's so different now? Okay, Crystal, this is going to be harsh, okay? She says, I don't pretend, but I'm struggling. I just don't have any support. I'm basically an orphan. Yet, orphans survive every day. Yet there are so many hundreds of thousands of thousands of thousands of orphans who become extremely successful CEOs, extremely financially, emotionally, intellectually stable. What if the problem is not that you don't have family to lean on? What if it's your concept of what that family is supposed to be? What if you're being given an opportunity by your life to understand just how strong you actually are? I have family, but I function as an orphan. I do. I take care of everything myself. I don't have any babysitters. I don't lean on anyone. I function as an orphan, very self contained. I have how many kids? And I think maybe once I've asked someone to babysit. I'm talking about after I've given birth, just given birth, I round up all my kids. My husband can't take time off of work because he is a contractor for large Silicon Valley corporations. They don't give a shit what your problem is. If you don't show up to work, you don't get paid. So he has to go to work. And days after I've had an episiotomy, meaning I've torn giving birth, I'm stitched up. I round up all my kids, I put them all in their car seats, I bring them with me in double strollers strapped to my chest, and I bring them with me to my OB appointment. Am I weak? No, fuck no, I'm not. I will get whatever I need to get done. I will not rely on anyone else. And maybe that's part of my lesson in this life is to understand that it's okay to rely on other people sometimes. It's not always unsafe for other people to help you. Maybe we're reflections of each other that are inverted, where it's time for you to learn it's okay to not have anyone, that you can handle it, just like it's okay for me to have someone and I can handle it. And that's definitely some stuff, that you have to consider. These are things you have to think about. It's not that I'm saying these things because these things are fact. I'm saying these things because these things might apply, they might not. But no matter what, it's going to give whoever is listening and needed to hear the message an opportunity to consider some new aspects, some new ways to see their life. So, the perfection of your life is perfect the way it is. You know what I mean? With all your struggles, everything that you're experiencing, your lack of support, your excess of support, whatever it is, it's perfect the way it is. This is how you are going to learn the things you need to learn. And might be easy, it might be hard, but no matter what, you're going to learn it. No matter what, you're going to learn it. I used to have I used to have people like, "Oh yeah, she thinks she can handle everything. She's stupid. She thinks she can handle everything. She needs help and this and that." Whether I could handle it or not, whether I needed help or not, it was taken care of. It was taken care of because I knew in the environments that I used to exist within, that help came with strings attached. And I'm sorry, but I won't allow you to bind me. I would rather suffer and fail and get back up, suffer some more, fail again and get back up and get this done on my own than be bound by the help that was offered. And these are just some things people need to kind of take into consideration. Okay. So, cow spirit, the miracles are endless. Whether the miracles are by yourself or the miracles are full of help from other people, they are endless. You will get through every single circumstance of your life with or without assistance from other people, with or without people witnessing what you're going through. You are manifesting something right now, and what you're manifesting is the very lessons you need to get to that next level of consciousness. These lessons are difficult. They're very challenging. Why would the lessons be easy if you're going to be leveling up? Do the lessons get easier as you get higher in level at school? They get harder and harder. Take, for example, college. You go from writing essays to writing dissertations. It's the same thing, but on a much more intense, much more involved level. So that's the same thing with life. Much more intense, much more involved. Yes, yes, Crystal. Yes, 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 yes. The help offered is always what others think you should do, not what is right for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And doesn't necessarily mean they're bad people. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to control or use you. Sometimes that type of behavior and circumstance really is rooted in a place of love. So you have to be very careful how you choose to see what you're going through and the people who are involved in that circumstance. So, card number 28, shadow self. Your shadow aspects are rising up. These are the things within you that have been so scary for you. These are things that, in order for you to get to the next level, you have to face these really ugly, what you perceive as ugly, um, aspects of you. A lot of the characteristics that I allow people to see within me now, um, like my sassiness, my sometimes I could be really harsh and abrasive and like I don't give a shit type of attitude. All of these things that you guys witness within me coming out in live streams now, I used to believe those were the most ugliest parts of me. Like heaven forbid I cuss someone out for being disrespectful to me and leave them out of this live stream, like ban them from the channel. Heaven forbid, because I was raised to really be like, you can't let people see that kind of thing. Oh my gosh, people will think you're a bitch. People already think I'm a bitch. So let me just be the best bitch I could possibly be and make sure my bitchiness is to further my sense of respect for myself and to let people know I'm not taking that shit from anybody. You can come here and you can share your opinions that differ from my own, but you're not going to be outright disrespectful to me or anyone else that's sharing the space with me. So now I'm learning the things that I was taught out of culture, out of societal pressure, religious, all of these things. They're not always what's best for me. They're not what empowers me. Because I tell you guys, I was taught to be quiet. You can't talk like that. You can't act like that. You're acting like a man. That's not ladylike. I feel like maybe my penis is buried. Maybe my penis is hidden. So do whatever you need to do to process these thoughts about these aspects of yourself that you think are ugly. Because I promise you, the things that so many people on so many live streams tell me, like, I love this about you, those were the very things over and over and over. Those were the very things that I thought was the most ugliest parts of me, the parts that I hid the most. So that should tell you something. All these things that people are like, oh my gosh, I so admire this about you. I wish I could. Just 3 years ago, those were the things I was like, oh my God, I'd never let someone see me talk like that. I'd never share that kind of, that's so ugly. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, no, you don't like it. You can keep moving. You can keep moving because your respect, my respect for you is not going to be more important than my respect for myself. It's time for you to just be organic. It's time for you to just be authentic. Not this manufactured authenticity of I'm just going to regurgitate the things that I'm hearing, but really begin allowing your own thoughts to rise up and be heard. Okay? Because let's face it, enough people have heard about authenticity that it's a new spiritual thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, be authentic. Boo boo. Is it really authentic or is it just sounding authentic? Is that really who you are? So, card number 2, transform the way you see. How do you see things? Do you see things based on your truth, or do you see things based on what other people expect of you? Other people's expectations are based on what they want and what they need, not what is best for you. So change the way you see. Change the way you see yourself. Change the way you see how you're interacting with your world. Card number 1, the magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Woo! There you go. So it's something is being sped over to you. The delays are over, and you can manifest what you need to be a success. Oh, for some of us, well, this is ugly. This is ugly. For some of us, what we are manifesting is exposure to really, really nefarious, very, very malicious type of energy. This type of exposure can and often will lead to very elevated, very pronounced parasitic circumstance. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. Just recently, this type of topic has come up in a certain aspect of my life, not necessarily for me, but the people that were a part of that circumstance. And it's this, I don't want to be mean. I'm this kind of what I'm picking up on, what Michael's showing me. Like, I don't want to be mean, so I don't want to cut people out. But if you do that, if you leave whatever, whoever's infected in your life, even passively, if they still have access to you, there is still a pathway to inject your field with extremely elevated parasitic circumstance. So that's kind of what's coming up right now. You're manifesting the very things you need in order to learn an elevated sense of self, an elevated sense of self-love. Sometimes it takes the most heinous type of parasitic circumstance to get you to understand, fuck that shit. I am not going to be infected like that again, just so you don't feel like you've been put out. Just so you don't feel like, oh, people are turning against me. That's happened to me enough times to be like, I'm sorry, you do that on your own. I'm no, I'm not a part of that. You can think whatever you want of me. You can think I'm mean. You can think I'm abandoning you. But the fact is this: I now have learned. I always, 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 always must first choose myself, my sanity, my self love, my self respect, and my self worth before I try and help you. Because let's face it, you guys, sometimes people who get parasitic circumstance, they don't really want help. Because now that parasitic circumstance has empowered their ability to really play into their victimhood. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Sometimes it is that parasitic circumstance that can now afford this attention seeking individual to get more attention from other people. And if you're going to play into that, you're going to play into that, but I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm definitely, there are those who know me to be the person who'll be very honest. I'm sorry. Your parasitic circumstance is going to endanger me personally, so I cannot. No services, no nothing. I'm sorry. I don't have anyone to refer you to. I have nothing to offer. I have to be very honest like that. I have to. Right. They want company. I love my solitude. I love my solitude. I'm not going to join you there. I'm not. And that's another thing about me and my services. Unless I know it's going to help you, if I have this feeling that you're just going to let it back in, no, I'm not. I'm not here just to make money. Unless I know you really want it out, like really, really want it out. Refund. Sorry. That's your friend. Why would I kick your friend out? That's your friend. I'm just leave that alone. You want that there, I'm going to leave it alone. You might not realize you want it there, but I'm not going to play into that. So just be very, very careful. Again, you manifest the very circumstance that you need to grow. And sometimes it's through this type of challenge that you grow the best, you grow the most. Okay. Card number 9. What do you feel? Oh, this is some shit, you guys. So while you're there comparing apples and oranges and you're being distracted by your day to day needs and struggles, there is a structure being built around you, one composed of shadow. Now, shadow does not intrinsically mean evil. For this card, it's like it's the verge of becoming something evil. Okay, yeah, no, that's not good. It doesn't feel good at all. At all. Card number 2, life is speeding up. Ooh, okay. So where I live, we have tons of antelope, we have tons of deer, and our farm fences, I think they're like 5 or 6 feet tall. I don't know. I'm a short person. They're kind of tall. They're tall enough. I think they're rated for goats or some shit like that. But they're tall, they're strong, and oftentimes because our property is fenced off into different quadrants, we'll find wild deer in those quadrants. And I mean, very easily they jump the fence. They just jump it very, very easily. Zero effort. Just jump the fence and very calmly walk away. They're not scared of people. They're just very shy. So I'm wondering if this is what you need to do. Be very calm in your approach. Enter the spaces you need to enter, knowing that those spaces are contained. That once you're done with that area, once you're done feeding, if there's something that is undesirable that enters that space, you can very easily hop the fence and keep going. I mean, they don't take off running scared. They really don't. I mean, I have a big ass pit bull, and she could be like barking and snarling at them, and they're just like, "Oh, you're behind the fence," and they'll just keep right on eating. I just gotten to the point where she gave up already. She doesn't bark at them anymore. She's just like, "Oh, I can't get to them anyways." So maybe you need to embody this. Okay, life is speeding up. The lessons are going to become more intense. Um, ooh, the way those lessons present will also probably become much more intense, much more involved. It will challenge you to a deeper degree. Okay. Whatever level of hurt you used to suffer through for some lesson, you're going to go much deeper than that. So if you can learn it by just allowing yourself to receive the information from soul, you don't need to go that deep. But if you're like me and you need to experience it firsthand in order for you to understand that soul is not lying to you, soul is not trying to trick you, then you need to experience it. That's a choice you make. That's a choice I make. So it's a choice you make. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So here it is. These two. Card number 34, unconditional love. Card number 5, cultivate love. You have to cultivate not just love, but unconditional love for yourself. Okay. This is not about unconditional love for other people. This is about unconditional love for yourself. There's a very common, very widespread logic of you have to have unconditional love for everyone. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. For people outside of yourself, you have to have a conditional love. The conditions are based on your safety and well being. If someone is going to be toxic to you, you can continue to love them, but they have to be fenced off. This whole concept of being a martyr for other people, allowing other people to continue stomping. I'm not a grape. You're not going to stomp on me and produce juices to satisfy your thirst. I don't think so. I am not a grape. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not being planted just for people to stomp on. I don't think so. I don't think so. So you have to have conditional love for other people. Now, I don't say conditional love as in they have to do everything you want. I'm saying they have to treat you with a certain level of respect and dignity that every single human being in this on this planet deserves. And if they're not willing to, you can keep loving them silently from afar. unless you want to play that game and continue with that cycle. I mean, that's up to you, but at that point you're choosing that. You cannot complain. You cannot later be like, oh, everybody just uses me. No, they don't. You invite it, you sustain it. That's something you chose. If you don't like it anymore, choose something different. But I will not feel sorry for you. My love is just a real type of love. It's very, very real. I'm not going to hold your shortcomings and flaws and whatever else you use to degrade yourself. I'm not going to hold that against you, but I will hold you accountable for it. If you want change, you have to choose change. You can't come to me and be like, "Oh, this always happens to me and you need to fit." No, there's nothing to be fixed. That's what you've created for yourself. If you want something different, I'll help you create something different. But if you want to continue existing in that space, there's nothing for me to do. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing for me to do. That's your choice. That is your choice. I have helped so many people who are very heavily addicted to very serious drugs beat their addiction. You know why? You know how? First, I don't hold your addiction against you. Secondly, I expect you to maintain a specific level of respect and dignity within my space. If you feel the need to relapse, you're going to do that away from me. In this space, I hold you accountable. I want you to operate at your highest level, just like I operate at my highest level. I will never ask you of anything that I cannot do for myself. I will not ask you to do that for yourself. That's all you have to do. Hold people accountable, hold space for them to choose to heal. And if you're not going to choose to heal yourself, I will not choose to assist you in enabling yourself. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. 8 of autumn. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship in long term projects. You have to do more research on your long term project. You are your long term project. This card is kind of telling me that your attempts to help other people is really you doing research on how to help yourself. That's deep. That's deep. So it's not necessarily bad for you to, well, I think it's kind of bad. That's my own personal thing. What I'm getting from the card is that it's not necessarily the most horrible thing to make projects of people. I personally feel like it is, but the cards say differently. The cards say that if you can recognize when you make projects of people, when you fixate on someone to help bring them to a higher level of understanding and awareness of themselves so that they can choose to tap into higher levels of potentiality, that's kind of your way of training yourself to reach your own higher level potentiality. It's much easier to assist someone with something that you're struggling through because your emotions are not invested in that circumstance. That's their own circumstance. So as long as you're seeing you're learning from this, then I guess it's an acceptable, I don't know, misstep. I don't know. I don't think we should make projects of people, but the cards are saying something different. So I'm just going to give you guys the messages as they come, and I'm not going to try and force it to fit into my personal beliefs. I personally believe don't make projects of people. The card said something different. So, card number 33, heaven sent. You have to allow your messages to come from your highest aspects. Sometimes those higher aspects of your consciousness will be presented to you through interaction with other people. Sometimes it will be through lyrics of a song, billboards, all kind of different ways. Unless you're listening, it doesn't matter which way that message comes. You're going to ignore it every single time. Now, if you're open to receiving the messages, it'll come to you. And in the beginning, you'll be like, no, that can't be. There's no way. There's no way that was a coincidence. And after a period of time, you'll recognize there's no way there can be that many coincidences one after the other, almost answering your question word for word. Because I mean, there's times I can drive down the freeway, the highway, and I'll be having a conversation with Michael. I don't want to hear what he has to say, and the billboards, one after the other, will read like a conversation we're having until finally I'm like, okay, fine, fine. And I'll listen to what he's saying. So your messages are coming to you. They are heaven sent. Ooh, that's deep. Hold on. Most of your messages will not come to you through the form of readings and psychic um, clairvoyant sessions. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. So that's not exactly the best thing for me to say, being as I am a part of that industry. But I'm not just a part of that industry. I have my own sole purpose. Yes, it taps into that industry, but I'm not dependent on that industry. So I can be honest with you. I can be absolutely honest with you. I think what's going on is too many people are becoming too dependent on readings, not just videos like this, but on personal private readings where you're using these really, really off the wall fucking, I can't even call it truth. These readings that are basically just affirming your own delusion. Oh, that's some really harsh shit to say. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. Like, I tell people when I have private readings, like, hey, don't make your life decision based on what I'm saying. The moment your perception changes, even just a little bit, that forward trajectory is now changed. Those are two different places you're headed. So the moment you hear what I'm telling you, what I'm seeing in that moment, there's a very high likelihood it will never happen. It will be something else. It only happens when people are like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. And then later on, they're like, holy shit, you were right. And I was like, well, shit. I don't think you realize the reason I was giving you that information in the reading was probably to get you to avoid it. But, it's not my place to tell you what to believe or not believe. So that's a huge thing that's going on right now. Many of us are feeling lost. Many of us are feeling lost. And because we're being gifted with this sense of losing ourselves, we are clinging so desperately to anyone that might sound as if they have some knowing. Yo, no matter how much you think I have a knowing because of the things that I'm saying, I do not have a knowing. I absolutely do not have a knowing. These cards give me messages and I just put them out there and you do with that message whatever you want to do, but I have no knowing. I don't even know if I ate today. I'm pretty sure I ate yesterday. I'm not sure. I might not have eaten. I don't know. I don't know. You can't rely on me for your life circumstance. Oh, Michael said he gave me a quote yesterday. Hold on. Sometimes he talks to me and I don't really listen to what he has to say, but I do sometimes make little like meme stuff from what he tells me. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. In losing myself, I found my truth. Mm. Sometimes the aspects of you that you're losing are the aspects of you that are being shed away. Those are the distorted versions of you that were created through other people's distorted expectations of you. Most of us, and when I say most, almost all of us, until you reach a certain point of knowing, almost all of us, the people we think we are nothing more than a combination of all these people's expectations of us. Is that really you, though? The me I am right now is not the me that I was when I was still trying to play up to people's expectations of me. Because the me then, I'm sure y'all would not be appreciative of that me. That me had a lack of ability to be vulnerable. That me would not tell you the truth. It's not that I was a liar, it's that I would always withhold information. Because what if I'm wrong? What if you get mad? What if you don't want to know? I'm sure the me now you appreciate more because I'm going to be really fucking honest with you. Sale or not sale, I don't give a shit. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to book a session with me, it's because you believe in my honesty, not because you believe in some, awesome branding tactic. So the me now, I mean, I'm more in love with the me that I am right now than I was then. The me that I used to be to help placate all of these people's expectations of me was so miserable, was so lost, felt so blind, so deaf, so mute. I literally, if I go even to a family party, family meaning the people I grew up with, you still wouldn't hear me talk ever. I would always just be very quiet in the corner. So Just keep that in mind, okay? You're growing. You're shedding these aspects of yourself that really are not in alignment with where you're headed. So, yes, there will be a sense of loss. Yes, you will have to mourn the death of the aspects of you that you once thought was you. There's a mourning in this process. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, card number 46, Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Ooh, look at that from the throat. Speaking your truth. Wow. So, that's the final card. And this is the first card. Completely different decks. Shine, let it shine. A mirroring of the message. So now you know it's time for you to shine. It's really time. Let me get the other deck. Let's pull a few more cards. Let's see. Right? Most people can't handle the truth. Like people will get mad at me if I'm honest sometimes. Don't book with me if you don't want honesty. I'm just saying. Because I will be honest. I mean, I'll try my best to be gentle in that honesty. But if you're the causation of all your struggles, I will tell you. Well, the reason you're struggling is because of what you're choosing. And some people don't like to hear that. Some people like to hear like, oh, it's because this person and that. No, 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 no. It's you. It's you. And if you know that it's you, you can choose different. So it's not about blaming you. It's about recognizing you have the power to choose. But again, some people are not ready for that. All right. Okay. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay. Cause I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. All right. All right. For some of us, we feel invisible. The truth of who we are has been hidden away so deep that we've forgotten where we placed it. Ooh, I'm being given this like imagery that the human mind is very similar to that of a squirrel. We bury things, the things that we have some form of attachment or value in. We'll go ahead and bury it somewhere, and we'll find something else and we'll bury that somewhere and find something else and we'll bury that somewhere else. And half the time we forget about where we've buried these really important things. Some would think that this is a negative aspect. But here's the thing. What happens when the squirrel buries the acorn and forgets about it? When the conditions are right, that acorn becomes a tree. So now we are facing a period where we might have forgotten where we buried those acorns, but it's okay because they're becoming trees. These very thoughts, these very aspects of ourselves that we've forgotten about, that we haven't tended to, and we thought it died and was just forgotten, it's actually become a tree. These trees are thought forms that will sustain us, provide a shelter if we allow it. If you keep running away from it, then no, it can't do what it was created to do, which is provide the very structure from which you will rise. Now, it's okay for you to feel invisible right now. It's not going to be that way forever. As long as you can really allow yourself to accept the fact that this sense of invisibility is temporary, then it's okay. But if you are identifying as someone who is invisible, I'm pretty sure your soul will bring you to certain circumstance and individuals that will prove to you that you're not. Oh, more coffee. I need more coffee. So Michael says that's what you guys are for me. So for a period of time, I didn't just exist as invisible. I identified as one. So, as much as you guys think that I just help you and give and give and give, it's reciprocated. As much as you think I help you to learn, you help me as well through your presence, through sharing of your thoughts. You help me just as much as I help you. Of every single time, every single live stream, every single thing that you interact with me, you help me. You help me to learn so much. I mean, you don't even realize it. Many of you have this assumption that all I do is give, and that's just so far from the truth. It's so far from the truth. I can be honest in that you give me as much as I willingly give you. So if you're existing as an invisible person, just know you will be brought to those who will help you to remember that you're not. None of us are actually invisible. None of us. And at some point in our lives, we will learn this for ourselves. All right. Oath. So each of us have taken an oath to do something in this life. We're supposed to do something with either ourselves or with other people. And that's not something any of us are going to know until we're faced with a circumstance or an opportunity to make good on that promise. And that's something you're going to have to choose. And if you continue to choose to run away from that promise that you made, because all of us have made a promise coming into this life, every single last one of us. And if you continue to choose to not make good on the promise, you will come to certain circumstance that will force you to honor what you promised. It will force you. So if you're going to choose to do it, beautiful. But if you're going to be forced, it's going to be painfully beautiful. And the choice is really all up to you. But no matter what, every single one of us will live up to our potential that we promised to tap into. Every single one of us will experience the success that we need to do what we came here to do. Failure is not an option. Everything up to that point is simply preparing you for the attainment of that level of success. And success, in the way that I use the word, is not about money. It's not about fame, celebrity, or any of that. Success is about reaching and fulfilling these levels of awareness and doing the things you're supposed to do that you came into this life promising you would do. There's no way you're going to forever run away from it. At some point, you'll realize the very thing you've been running away from is the very thing your soul has been quietly guiding you to run towards. Just saying. Just saying. So do whatever you need. Do whatever you need to do to come to terms with it, because it's going to happen no matter what. No matter what. And for those that are like, well, what about free will? What about free will? Free will means you get to decide the details between point A and point B. It doesn't mean you get to decide whether you go from point A to point B. No matter what you decide, you will go from point A to point B to point C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to Z and all the way back around. You simply get to use your free will to decide the details between each point. No matter what, you're getting to the next point. No matter what. No matter what. That's just, I know that as a fact, especially for events where other people will be watching you experience these events. And through watching you, their own trajectory is shifted. Those type of events, you can't avoid that. You just can't. Those are set in stone. You will reach that point no matter what. Other events where it's, friendship between you and someone else, it might continue, it might not. That's just between the two of you. Those can be changed. But the bigger events that involve more than one person learning, more than just two people learning, you're not avoiding that. I tried. I tried for many, many years to stay as hidden away as possible. And now here I am. Here I am being my authentic self. in. It's not avoidable. So, ooh. Card number 23, listening. That's deep. 23 being the number of Michael. Regulus 23 is the largest constellation star in the Leo constellation. It's the heart of the lion. So your soul tribe is listening to you. It's listening and it's providing you with instruction. 33, heaven sent instruction. And it's up to you if you're going to listen to that. But just know, for those of you that are Melchizedek, the choice to be invisible, almost all of us have chosen that. And all of us have taken an oath. This oath requires the release of your invisibility. Okay? So start listening. Start listening. You're being guided to certain places within your own consciousness that helps you to further propel yourself forward, to help reach that goal. Whatever it was you promised to do in this life, it's being activated. You're being called to fulfill that. That's why there is so much upheaval in this world. It really is. That's why there's so much upheaval, because our path is being cleared away. There's a lot of polarity being created. There's spiritual mitosis that's occurring. Those of us who came here promising to help with this change by simply existing, okay, not by doing something special, by simply existing, we're being basically extracted from the whole. We're being suctioned out, and we're beginning to realize we are autonomous. We don't need to belong to a group in order to exist here. And I think a lot of, I want to say all Blu-rays have struggled through their entire life regarding autonomy. Like, you feel so autonomous, but there is a huge part of you that wants so badly to fit in. So badly. Oh. Oh. Hmm. That's where the whole twin flame, twin ray thing comes in. Because once you become aware of the existence of that divine counterpart, um, and you feel how easily the two of you mesh, it's such an ease with that connection. Um, you begin to realize you don't need to fit in with anyone else. Hmm. So Michael says I have to say this. Whatever. So Michael wants me to share that part of the impetus that really propelled me forward and had me release a lot of the layers of false pretense regarding myself was the interaction, the very, very brief interaction between myself and my divine counterpart. That's what actually pushed me into the whole live streaming thing. Not because of any instruction or direction from the individual, but because of that knowing that there was another person that was operating at the same level of intensity as I operate on, but keep hidden. Um, Knowing that, it made me release this, like, I'm so different. People won't understand. It just became like, you know what? It is what it is. I will just go ahead and go live, and it is what it is. Okay. So for some of us, just the knowing that another person exists with that same level of intensity, that same type of purpose, sometimes that's enough. Like, you don't necessarily have to be in a romantic relation. Hell, I don't even talk to this person at all. Like, zero contact, there's no nothing, and it's fine, it's okay. That's why oftentimes when that message comes up regarding like, oh, the twin this, the twin that, and then people get all pissed off. I'm not taking the well, did I tell you to get back in a relationship? If it was toxic the first time, it's probably going to be toxic the second time. But allow a conversation and learn what you need to learn. And it's not necessarily something they're going to say. It might be something that you say within yourself as a reaction, a silent reaction to whatever it is they're telling you. So I don't know, whatever. Okay, card number 19, wishing. Okay. Is that one person? That's one person, yeah? That's just one person, yeah? Markers, no, I think you saw it wrong. That's just one person, yeah? That's just one? Yvonne, I think you saw it wrong too. Okay. Now I'm shaking. Okay, whatever. The card is wishing. Okay, wishing for what? I don't know. Wishing. It's wishing. Let me just put that down. Forbidden. I don't like where this is going. Where is what? Okay. This is a reading for you guys. Okay. So we got the wishing card, someone hugging themselves. And then we have the forbidden card, card number 18, forbidden. You're going to walk through doors that you thought were forbidden for you to enter through. Okay, next card. Card number 33, loyalty. So on a soul level, okay, on a soul level, there is a wish for, I guess, merger, a wish for need more coffee. A wish for like I hate you, Michael. You realize? Okay. He said I didn't say it loud enough. I hate you, Michael. So there's a wish for compatibility, probably reconnection. Probably one fell through that hole. I think one of you got shoved through the hole and maybe the other one is helping you back out. I don't know. But there is an aspect of like forbidden something. And I'm wondering if that has to do with whatever, like miscommunication, misalignment. I don't know. I mean, if one of y'all wanted to be a hurtful ass motherfucker and then the other person decided to reflect that and now you're both hurt, I would say there's no victim there. Right? There's no victim there. So I'm guessing it's time for the fighting to stop. Michael says it's time for the fighting to stop. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm just saying. But there is a forbidden aspect to it. I guess because maybe one of you were hurt or both of you were hurt and both of y'all created walls and a door and locked that shit. I mean, what'd you expect though? I'm just saying, what would you expect? Okay. So there you go. Wishing, forbidden. And then the final card number 33, loyalty. So there it goes. Regardless of whether you have contact in real life or not, for your divine counterpart, there will always be a level of loyalty between the two of you. And That to me means that no matter what happens, the work that you're supposed to accomplish, either together or separately, it will be accomplished. It will. It will. Even if one of you is a fucking childish ass motherfucker. I'm just saying. And that is it is me. I'm childish. Yeah, it's true. I'm childish. Mm-hmm. Ta 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 ta. Okay. Next couple cards and we're done. What deck? What deck, sir? What deck? Y'all, I have all kind of stuff on the bed with me. I have crystals galore that need to be put somewhere else. What deck? No, you're frustrating me because it's like you're playing a game with me and I don't want to play with you right now. He says the deck is in the bed with me. Hold on, you guys. Found it. All right. Okay. Let's see. I've been fighting with someone that mirrors me and we both have a badass attitude. Well, the beautiful thing about me and my counterpart is we can both be very silent for a very long time. That's fine with me. Fine with me. The more silent, the better. I'm sorry you're going through that though, Julia. Yes, you could also be fighting with yourself. Absolutely. So, really, if the divine counterpart is a true divine counterpart, it really is like fighting with yourself. And let me tell you, I learned it's not nice to fight with me. I'm just saying. The card fell. Hold on. Good thing I have monkey toes. This is like the weirdest feeling because although you guys are behind a screen, since I'm having pinch nerve issues again in my back, I totally pulled my pants down. So I'm like, oh my God, they might see my butt. You can't see my butt though. All right. I probably didn't even need to tell you that detail. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's true though. My pants are pulled down. Not all the way, just enough to be below my butt. All right. Okay. 10 of Wands. Weighed down with problems, very heavy load. Are these even your problems that you're weighed down by? Are they your problems or are they the problems of other people that you keep taking ownership of? There's a difference between making someone a project and taking ownership of their struggles. I know it is TMI, right? But it like my ass is all there. Okay, so sorry. I probably shouldn't have done that either. I'm sorry. Ace of Cups. Security helping hand. So you can be a helping hand, but don't take ownership of their problems. Their problems are the very things that are used to help them to learn. So when you take ownership of someone else's problem, you're robbing them of their potentiality. The Fool. Good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap forward. Let's just put that card down. Okay. So you have an old friend coming back to you. I don't know what's meant by old friend. Okay, I'm lying. I know what's meant by old friend for you guys. And someone from your past, they're coming back for probably some conversation. They're probably coming back for maybe more than conversation, maybe I don't know. Okay. Then we have the Empress in reverse. I'm assuming that has to do with attitude. Hold on. Empress in reverse. Do your guys' phone take pictures of you randomly without you pressing anything? Because my phone's been doing that a lot lately. It's been taking pictures of me. And just so you guys know, they're fully clothed pictures. They're not naked pictures. They're fully clothed. There's nothing perverted about it. So, Empress in reverse. Vacillation, lack of interest, lack of concentration, infertility, infidelity. I'm wondering if you're cheating on yourself. Are you cheating on yourself? Are you choosing someone outside of you to be loyal to? Because there was that card, loyalty. right? Are you being loyal to someone else outside of yourself instead of yourself? I don't know. And then we have Four of Wands, happy home, possible country setting. Hold on. Why did I have to look it up? Four of Wands, romance, society, harmony, newly acquired prosperity, tranquility, the fruits of labor, rest after strife. So, whoever it is you're fighting with, you guys are not going to be fighting anymore. Okay? Tania, don't want older new friends. I have enough friends, thank you. I have enough friends, thank you. All right. It's true. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse, arguments, uncertain counsel or advice, circumspection, slander. So you put these three cards together, and it tells me someone's been talking shit. Are you surprised though? Someone has been talking shit about you. It's been causing a lot of background bullshit noise. And I mean, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to let that continue? 98% at 1111. Are you going to let that continue though? Regardless of who it is, are you going to allow them to continue to have such a negative, very adverse effect on your growth? So, I mean, like, honestly, for me, that could be so many different people. I'm just saying. I'm typically the topic of a lot of shit talking, regardless of my participation or not. Just a lot of shit talking. Let me pull a couple more because I want to know who's talking shit. I already know who's talking shit. It's not just one person. It's fine. Okay. Oh my God. I should have stopped pulling these fucking cards. Oh my God. Two more. Okay. No, okay. That's good. That's fine. I should have stopped pulling these fucking cards. Okay. It's okay. Queen of Wands in reverse, jealousy, deceit, infidelity, unstable emotions, fickleness, and resistance. So that ties into the three previous cards. There's a lot of bullshit that just kind of hovering around you, Pisces. This is what you've manifested. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying you're calling to you the very circumstance you need to propel yourself forward. In order for an arrow to be launched forward, it first needs to be pulled backwards to load the charge. Now, the further back it's pulled, the more resistance is created, the more forward trajectory is loaded into that arrow. Okay, Eight of Wands, speedy news or situation coming, arrows of love. I don't know. I don't know what kind of love that is that's being shot at you, but I would take one of those sticks and just shoot them out the fucking sky. I'm just combative like that though. So it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to shoot them out of the sky. I mean, I would. I definitely would. I would use those arrows to set a fire. But that's just me. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, birth, new ideas, creation. What are you creating, Pisces? What are you creating? You're creating something that leads to the Tower. Catastrophe, accident, things happening very quickly at lightning pace. I read that as things happening very crunchy. What does that mean? What does that mean? Tower moment. Tower moment. Tower moment. Tower. Here we go. Complete and sudden change, breaking down of old beliefs, abandonment of past relationships, severing of a friendship, changing one's opinion. All right. Continuing forward, we have Five of Wands in reverse. I don't even think this is you doing it, Pisces. I think this, because of your lack of action, It feels like it's because of your lack of action. All of this shit is happening because you haven't taken action. I think you need to lay the smack down on some bitches. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean bitches like, hey, bitch. I mean like bitches. Just saying. Five of Wands in reverse, trickery, contradictions, complexity, involvement. Meaning they're talking shit about you. Do you have to do something if someone's talking shit about you? It depends. What is the shit talking being done? Is it affecting your business? Is it affecting your personal and professional relationships? Or are they just being bitches? Are these people known as shit talkers? And how do you address it? Do you need to address it? 5 and 5, both in reverse. Change is on the wind. So first you have 5 of Wands in reverse. Now you have 5 of Swords in reverse. Uncertain outlook, weakness, possible misfortune befalling a friend. This tells me you have to change the way you react to tower moments. You have to stop being so predictable. Okay? The reason it's so difficult, and this is not an invitation or challenge to start shit with me, but the reason it's so difficult to start shit with me is because you just really never know how I'm going to react. You just never know how I'm going to react. You can't predict the next step because what if I make a left instead of a right? And some people will plan things to block off your left turn. Just climb over that shit. Climb, climb, climb. You don't need an easy path to get out of that. You have to do what is best for you. And if not participating in the drama is what's best for you, then don't participate. Let them talk all the shit they want to talk. But after a certain point, you do need to take action. Whether it's legal action, whether it's just, look, bitch, I know what you've been saying. It's time to stop before I tell the truth about what the fuck you've been up to. Because sometimes it's that. I think for some of you, it's the fact that you're aware of some certain detail that someone has been up to, and they're going to try and ruin how other people see you before you can say the truth. So that way, when you do say the truth, that puts them in a very bad light because that's their truth. They're going to ruin you first. Okay, let's see. Apprenticeship, craftsmanship, quickness to learn, candor, modesty, handiwork, personal effort, work, paid work. You have to work for your growth. It's not just going to be handed to you. You have to work for your growth. This is the very reason why so many of us have not been growing. We think that we can buy our way to growth. We think that if I just buy this session, if I just buy that product, I will grow. No, you won't. You can have assistance in your growth, but they cannot make you grow. I can't make you grow. Why do you think I don't offer any services for inner child work, shadow work? Because that's shit you need to do on your own. You need to do the work on your own. It's work and you're paid through energy. The more work you perform, the more energy you're paid. The more energy you have, the more you can enter higher levels of consciousness. All right. We have the High Priestess. Wisdom, sound judgment, serenity, objectivity, intuition, self reliance, emotionlessness, platonic relationships. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. You have to allow yourself to be friends with whatever you're supposed to be friends with. That's the bottom line. Okay. If you're not friends with yourself and you're supposed to be friends with yourself, then you need to allow yourself to become friends with yourself. So, highest card in the tarot deck, very powerful, good or bad, secrets to be revealed. Why did I read that? So, secrets are going to be revealed. Oh shit. Is girl, it's never for me, it's never a good idea to fight over a man. There's just so many of them in this world. Granted, none of them are as amazing as my husband, but I'm just saying, if there were ever any situation where my husband had another option, by all means, baby, take the option. Cause I'm not gonna fight over you. I'm just not. It's not worth it. Actually, my husband would be kind of worth the fight, but I don't know. I don't know. Don't you want to be in, and I don't know what your circumstance is, but just generally speaking, don't you want to be in a relationship where you would never need to fight for someone? Because I know I would never have to need to fight with another woman for my husband's attention. As a matter of fact, one time we were traveling abroad. We were at an open air market, and I wasn't beside him. I was looking at something else in another booth. We were overseas, and I heard him get kind of loud, and I came back, and I guess the worker was trying to hit on him because he is pretty attractive. And she was like, "I'm married." And she said something along the lines of, "Well, she's not here." And he was like, "You have no idea how beautiful my wife is," or I don't know. He was getting loud with her. And I was just like, "It's okay. Let's just go." He was so offended. He was so offended that another woman would try and convince him. I was just like, "It's okay. I'm not mad." He was mad though. He was getting real loud. I was just like, "It's not that serious. It's really not that serious." But he was offended because really though, don't you want to be in a relationship like that where you don't have to worry where he's going? Like I don't check in on him almost ever. Kind of upsets him that I never do. But go enjoy yourself. If you're out, enjoy yourself. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home without having done anything stupid that will cause me to no longer trust you. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how we got on that topic, but it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. Thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Tanaya. I just remembered that you said it was TMI. I'm rubbing my butt cheeks right now. They're sore. They're sore. I don't know if it's from my pants, but they're sore. And I'm rubbing them right now. And I want you to know. Hear that? I gotta go. Bye.